Welcome to my online class. This is Krishna Chandra Vishwas, lecturer in English, Government Research Training College, Pabna. Today I will take a class on B.Ed Honors, first year for second semester. Course title English to Compulsory, course code 21032. Today we want to discuss on a poem, The Wild Swans at Coole, and it was written by William Butler Yeats, in short W.B. Yeats. And here you see the picture of W.B. Yeats. William Butler Yeats was born in Dublin. His father was a lawyer and a well-known portrait painter. Yeats was educated in London and in Dublin, but he spent his summers in the west of Ireland in the family's summer house at Connacht. The young Yeats was very much part of the fin de siècle in London. At the same time, he was active in societies that attempted an Irish literary revival. His first volume of verse appeared in 1887, but in his earlier period, his dramatic production overweight his poetry, both in bulk and in import. Together with Lady Gregory, he founded the Irish Theatre, which was to become the Abbey Theatre, and served as its chief playwright until the movement was joined by John Synge. His plays usually treat Irish legends. They also reflect his fascination with mysticism and spiritualism. The Countess Kathleen, 1892, The Land of Heart's Desire, 1894, Kathleen Nee Houlihan, 1902, The King's Threshold, 1904, and Deirdre, 1907 are among the best known. After 1910, Yeats' dramatic art took a sharp turn towards a highly poetical, static, and esoteric style. His later plays were written for small audiences. They experimented with mask, dance, and music, and were profoundly influenced by the Japanese Noh plays. Although a convinced patriot, Yeats deplored the hatred and the bigotry of the nationalist movement, and his poetry is full of moving protests against. He was appointed to the Irish Senate in 1922. Yeats is one of the few writers whose greatest works were written after the award of the Nobel Prize. Whereas he received the prize simply for his dramatic works, his significance today rests on his lyric achievement. His poetry, especially the volumes The Wild Swans at Coole, 1919, Michael Robartes and The Dancer, 1921, The Tower, 1928, The Winding Stair and Other Poems, 1933, and The Last Poems and Plays, 1940, made him one of the outstanding and most influential 20th century poets writing in English. His recurrent themes are the contrast of art and life, mask, cyclical theories of life, and the ideal of beauty and ceremony contrasting with the hubbub of modern life. Now the poem is here, The Wild Swans at Coole. So you will read the poem very carefully and then try to understand the summary given follow. The summary of the poem. It is the poem of self-agony actually. Here we find the summary. The trees are filled with fall colors, and the paths to the woods are dry. It's an October evening, and the cool lake reflects the calm, motionless sky above. The writer can see 59 swans swimming in the lake, which is almost overflowing with water. Now, the summary of the second para. It was 98 years ago that the poet was first here and counted the swans. Back then, before he could count them all, the birds suddenly flew up above him in huge broken circles, swirling around on their noisy wings. Now, looking at these beautiful birds now, he feels heartache. It is the summary of third para. Everything has changed since he first stood on the shore of the lake at twilight and heard the swan's wings beating like bells above his head. Back then, he used to walk with a lighter step. Now, the summary of fourth para. The swans are still just as full of life as they were back then. In their loving pairs, they paddle through the cool, friendly water and soar into the sky. Their hearts remain young. Their lives are still filled with passionate desires, with the freedom to go wherever they want. The last para summary here. At this moment, though the swans float on the calm surface of the lake, distant and beautiful, in the future, where will they build their nest? Where will other men have the pleasure of seeing the swans when he will awake up one day to find that they have flown away from Coole? Now I will give you a homework, and the homework of you will be write the summary of the poem The Wild Swans at Coole. Thank you very much for watching this video with patience. If you have if you have any query, you can contact me through Facebook, email or mobile phone.